How's it going, my fellow moviegoers? Chris is back here in the movie chair, and I hope everybody out there is having a great new year so far. I hope you're enjoying it. And hey, let's keep a real positive attitude, and together we can all have a great new year together. But since it is the new year, it got me to thinking about all the movies that happened back in 2017. You know, we had a lot of sequels, and also we had a lot of deaths in the movies too. A lot of main characters have died this past year. But it got me thinking about, what do I think were the best movies of 2017? So today I would like to discuss with you guys my top 5 movies for the year 2017. Now remember, this is just my top 5 pick for the year 2017. If you have your own list, please share it down there in the comment section below. I would love to hear what you guys think were the best movies of 2017. But moving forward, let's go ahead and let's look at the number 5 movie for the year 2017. So my number 5 pick for the year 2017 goes to Wonder Woman, the latest entry in the DC movie universe right before the Justice League movie. And this movie really changed the tone of what we were seeing in the DC universe after Batman v Superman and the Suicide Squad. Instead of having a movie that's just really serious all the way and really brooding and dark, this movie was a little bit more lighter. It had its serious moments, but it balanced out with its kind of humor in it as well. Plus, Wonder Woman represented a sense of hope. And in a sense, she was kind of bringing what people wanted Superman to bring into the DC universe as well. And Gal Gadot really shined as Wonder Woman in this movie. A lot of people were concerned about it. A lot of people still felt that Linda Carter was the Wonder Woman. But I think Gal Gadot did a good job of stepping into those big shoes. And I like where the story was going with this towards the end, when Chris Pine's character was telling her that, you know, I would love to tell you that it was just like one evil guy that created all the problems, and once you killed him, that person, you know, all the evil was gone. I wish they would have kept more into that instead of introducing the God of War kind of creature into it like they did, because I felt that what Chris Pine's character was saying was a good lesson to have, which is, you know, not all of the problems can be solved just because there's one evil man. It's going to continue, and you just have to learn to deal and fight with it as time goes on. Now, my number 4 movie for the year 2017 is going to be Dunkirk, the latest picture by Christopher Nolan based on true events during World War II. Now, this movie is kind of a step in a different direction for Christopher Nolan. You know, a lot of people just know him pretty much for the Dark Knight series, and if you've seen Inception, Interstellar, Memento, you know Christopher Nolan is really known for creating these mind-breaking, puzzling movies that really make you think. This movie is more straightforward since it has to follow the events that happened during Dunkirk, but it kind of like gives you a sense of, like, you know, unity and coming together to help each other during times of crisis, which is a good message to send in a movie, since a lot of people, you know, we don't do that much these days. So it's a good message to send for that. One big thing that this movie is known for is the fact that this is probably one of Christopher Nolan's shortest movies that he's made to date. Now, this movie didn't rely on a lot of big actors, since Christopher Nolan felt that he needed to have a lot of younger, unknown actors to play the soldiers, because in this war, he wanted it to represent like the younger, unexperienced soldiers that were there on Dunkirk. So that's why he went with that's why he went with more unknown actors. You will see a couple of actors maybe that you recognize, such as Kenneth Branagh, Tom Hardy, and Cillian Murphy, with a special voice appearance by Michael Caine. Alright, so the number 3 movie for 2017, War for the Planet of the Apes. The final chapter in the latest Planet of the Apes series, as we see Caesar go one-on-one against the humans in like the last war for the Earth, pretty much. And you finally get to see what it is that happens to the humans that regulates them down to the primal, kind of stupid, animal-like creatures that they were in the Charlton Heston Planet of the Apes movie. Now, of course, Andy Serkis gives a tremendous performance as Caesar in this movie, but the real standout is when you introduce Woody Harrelson into the picture as the colonel who has a personal vendetta against the apes, because the virus from the apes took his family away from him. And it's kind of, he gives a very good emotional performance in this movie. I could have done without the appearance of the monkey called Bad Ape in this movie, because he was just there for like the comic relief, and in a way he was fumbling and bumbling, and in a way he kind of reminded me a little bit of Jar Jar Binks in that sense. So he is officially the Jar Jar Binks of the Planet of the Apes series. And the final battle between humans and apes at the prison, it wasn't as grandiose as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a very big, grand war. A little bit smaller scale, with Caesar just trying to free the other apes from that compound. It wasn't what I was expecting in that sense. I was expecting a little bit more from that. So now, my number 2 movie for the year 2017 It's Star Wars The Last Jedi. This one might be a little controversial for some people because I know it's getting mixed reviews between critics and moviegoers alike, but just give me a chance to defend myself when it comes to putting this movie at number 2, shall we? Now, I've already done a pretty in-depth review of this thing, and if you would like to go ahead and check it out, please, after you watch this film, go ahead and watch my review for Star Wars. But one of the big reasons why this movie is going to be up where it's at is because this movie really did surprise me when I went to go see it. Unlike The Force Awakens, where as I watched it, I could kind of have a good idea of where that movie is going to go just because of how much it borrowed from the original trilogy, The Last Jedi really had me guessing where we were going to go next in the story. Okay, here we are, the number 1 movie for 2017. It was a hard choice to make. There were a lot of good movies that came out this year for 2017. But the number 1 movie for me is going to go to Logan. Yes, the final chapter of the Wolverine series and Hugh Jackman's last turn as the Wolverine character, which is sad enough in and of itself. But now we're watching a more older Logan, kind of like almost living almost a normal life as a limousine chauffeur kind of thing, who has to take the X-23 mutant, the little girl, up to the safe haven zone with the other mutants to try to keep her safe from the government and from more testing and everything like that. The performances from Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart is probably one of their best that they've had in the X-Men series. I still think it would have been kind of cool to see what happened to some of the other mutants like Magneto, Storm, Cyclops, whatnot. But it's kind of like a poetic ending to see just what the fates were for Professor X and Logan. Plus the ending for Logan where, spoiler alert, Wolverine is finally going to be able to die and X-23 is there by his side. I kind of had a feeling he was going to die at the end of this, but it's still more emotional than I would have ever thought it was going to be like. I was more emotional about Logan dying in this movie than I was about Caesar dying in War of the Planet of the Apes. Really emotional. It's a really good film. I would encourage you to go out to see it. Watch it in the black and white noir version that they've released as well, because that one is really artistic in my mind. Alright, those are my top 5 movies for the year 2017. What did you think? Do you agree with me? What top 5 movies were for you for 2017? Please let me know down in the comment section below, because hey, that's what it's there for. And don't forget, if you enjoyed my video, please remember to give it a like. And also, please subscribe to the channel so that you can stay up to date with all the upcoming videos that will be coming your way in the future. Okay, my friends, that's all the time we have for right now. I'll be seeing you guys later. Happy New Year, and I will save you a movie chair for the next video.